Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I thought I would share with you all how to create your own TradingView indicator or strategy Pine script. That's the code that powers your indicators and your strategies, and I'll be using AI to create these indicators or strategies, essentially the Pine script code. So with that being said, let's jump right into the weeds. Actually, before we jump into the weeds, let me make this crystal clear. All of my videos are for entertainment or educational purposes only. None of my videos are intended as investment advice. And so at the end of the day, you need to do your own recon. All right, let's dive right in. And so we are over here in my TradingView chart for Ethereum. I think I'm on the 4-hour candles. This particular strategy is my Recon price cross EMA RSI, and this is the Pine script code for this strategy. And this particular strategy is executing the way it was designed to execute. It's up almost 2200%, but it's not the most accurate. I think its win rate is only around 30%. So let's see if we can jump over here to Claude AI and create a new indicator, or actually in this case we'll probably end up with a strategy, which is basically an indicator with buy and sell orders built in, and that's what makes it a strategy, so you can actually back test it. Alright, so I started out by asking Claude, what are the top 10 TradingView indicators? And it responded with relative strength as number 1, the MACD is number 2, number 3 was an SMA EMA, number 4 came back as Bollinger Bands, then number 5 was VWAP, number 6 was the Ichimoku Cloud, and then we had a stochastic RSI. And if we scroll down, you can see number 8 was Super Trend, number 9 was the ADX, and number 10 was VPVR. And then Claude closed out by stating many traders combine 2 to 3 indicators from different categories, that would be trend, momentum, and volume, rather than relying on just one. Now, you should never rely on just one indicator unless you have an indicator that combines multiple indicators and can measure trend, momentum, and volume, for instance. And so today, when we ask Claude to create our indicator / strategy, we will be sure that it includes at least 2 to 3 of these different indicators. Alright, so I am going to ask Claude to create a profitable TradingView strategy indicator Pine script with profit / stop loss using the following indicators for a baseline: RSI, MACD, and ADX. And before I hit go, you will see I'm using Opus 4.5. Now that might not be available to everybody. I do have a Claude Pro account, so if you're just using the free version of Claude, your results may vary from my results, because I do use the latest and greatest Opus 4.5 version of Claude. So I'm going to hit go. So right off the bat, you can see I'll create a comprehensive TradingView Pine script strategy that combines RSI, MACD, and ADX with profit targets and stop losses. Let's first check the relevant skill for creating this file. It's beginning to create that Pine script that we're going to need. Alright, so it has finished creating the code, although it didn't give me a copy and paste type code like I was hoping, so I'll have to prompt it to do that. But we can see that we have entry logic of long entry, RSI above 50, MACD crossover when the line crosses above the signal, ADX 25 trending, and DI plus, which is a bullish direction. Then we have a short entry, RSI below 50, MACD cross under rather than over, ADX would be greater than 25, and the DI would be a minus greater than D plus, which would obviously be bearish. Now, as far as risk management, this is actually kind of interesting to me. I didn't give it any tips. Sometimes I will tell it to use ATR or a percentage. In this case, it looked like it is giving us the option to configure the stop loss with a default of 2% and configure the take profit with a default of 4%. Now, what's interesting to me here is the 2% and 4%. Claude has already given us a 2-to-1 risk versus reward ratio, so it's already given us a positive risk versus reward ratio rather than a 1-to-1. So that's interesting. Optional trailing stop loss, it looks like it configured. And then the position sizing will be based on percent of equity, and that should be configurable within the indicator. Now, some of the key features include real-time indicator dashboard showing RSI, MACD, ADX, and the DI plus or minus values with bullish bearish status. So that'll be interesting to see how this displays on the chart. Now, visual entry and exit signals plotted on chart. That's pretty normal. Stop loss and take profit lines displayed when in position. That's great. It will show us our take profit and stop loss as a line on the chart while we're in a position. Optional trend background coloring. That could be interesting. Time filter for specific trading hours. Not sure what the time filter for specific trading hours is going to be. That's another thing that I typically will tell the Claude agent that what time frames I'm going to be using in order to build out the script, and in this case it didn't ask for that either, so that'll be interesting to see how this turns out. Now, how to use. Claude's given us some step-by-step instructions if you're not familiar with how to actually create this over in TradingView. And so you just open TradingView, go to the Pine script editor, paste the code, and click Add to Cart. Adjust settings in the indicator panel to match your trading style, and then backtest on your preferred time frame. Works well on 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily. So right there it told us this is more of a mid to long term trading strategy and not really set up for the short term, which is fine. And Claude's even gone out on a limb and recommended some settings. Now, much like myself, Claude is not an investment advisor, and Claude can have a tendency to hallucinate a little. So I wouldn't necessarily follow Claude's instructions, but they give you a couple recommendations that you could at least start with. Now we're ready to copy and then paste the code in TradingView, but Claude didn't give us the actual code to copy and paste. So I'm going to ask Claude to create that code in a copy and paste format. So I'm just going to simply request that Claude provide the Pine script for this strategy in a copy-paste format. Hit go. Hopefully it'll do it. And you can see that it is starting to create the Pine script in a copy and paste format. And it has even given us the little copy button, so when it's finished, all we should have to do is hit copy. Alright, so it's finished creating the actual copy and paste code for us. Again, it gives us the instructions on what we need to do. So I am going to just scroll back up here. That is way more code than probably necessary for such a simple strategy. So hopefully we won't have a whole lot of errors. But let's just copy this. I'm going to jump over here to TradingView. And so once you're in TradingView, you can actually come over here to one of your indicators on this little bracket. Click on that. That will allow you to view the source. And then to create a new one, you can just arrow down on the name of the current indicator you're using. Scroll down here to create new. And this is a strategy. So I'm going to click on strategy. And I'm going to leave everything except for the actual condition, long and short, and I might have to go in and delete. So I'm going to highlight all that, paste our new strategy. I'm not seeing a lot of errors. They'll typically show up over here next to your code with a red dot, so that's kind of interesting. Alright, so it looks like Claude made a version 5, and so I am going to delete version 6, and this bit here is that's kind of redundant, so I'll just wipe that out. I didn't get any errors. I do get a message, this little orange tick. I'm not sure you can see it on the tiny screen, but it's saying this version 5 is outdated, which obviously we're on to version 6, so we know that. But let's give this a name. And so we'll go ahead and give this a name of RECON AI RSI MACD ADX strategy. And so the way this is currently set up, when it shows up on the chart, it would show RSI plus MACD plus ADX multi-indicator strategy for the name. So I can change this if I so chose, but I'm not going to change that yet. I am just going to add this to the chart. You can see it being added to the chart over here. I'm going to hide this other strategy. Alright, so it has successfully been added to the chart. Let's go ahead and close out the code. And we can see it's not exactly profitable. What time frame are we on? Alright, so I switched to the 1 hour time frame and it's thanking. And so it's not profitable with the current settings. Oh yeah, I would definitely come in here and adjust some of these settings. So we did the 1 hour. Let's look at the 4 hour. Even a bigger loss. Let's look at the 30-minute. And the losses are going up. Okay, so 1 hour seems to be most likely the spot we'd want to work with. And keep in mind, I just randomly picked 3 indicators, and I didn't really give it any parameters for stop loss, take profit. I didn't really give it any parameters on time frames. Those are things that you should feed into your AI so it can create something more in line with what you're looking for. And so right now we're at almost a 1% loss on the strategy. It's had 191 trades. Profitable trades are only 41%, but again, because it built in that risk versus reward ratio, we're not too far from being profitable, even though we're under 50% as far as profitable trades go. Our profit factor is just under 1. We would definitely want that over 1. So let's click on the clog here for settings. RSI I would definitely change to 9. All right, one change, and we flipped from a 0.72 loss to a 0.62 profit. And 142 trades. Profitability went up from 40% to 45%. But because Claude gave us a 2-to-1 risk versus reward ratio, we don't have to be right all the time to be profitable. And then our profit factor is now over 1, so that is also moving in the right direction. So let's click on settings again. Alright, RSI level should be 80 for overbought. In crypto, these overbought and oversold levels are a little different. Alright, so just by changing overbought and oversold from 70 and 30 to 80 and 20, we are slowly climbing into more profit. However, our win rate has gone down from 45% to 39%, but our profit factor is climbing. We've taken a lot more trades. We're up almost 110 trades, I think, from the last time. We're at 255. Last time, I think we were at 145-ish. So overall, things are moving in the right direction, except for the profitable trades. However, for me, I have a high risk tolerance, so losing trades don't affect me psychologically. I just know as long as I have the proper risk versus reward ratio put on, in the long run I'll be profitable. So let's see what other changes we might be able to make and improve this strategy. In fact, before we make any changes, let's jump back over here to Claude. As you recall, Claude made a couple suggestions. So more conservative, higher ADX threshold of 30 plus and maybe a tighter stop loss. Let's see if we raise the threshold to 30. And that worked. It did increase the profitability, and the profitable trades jumped to 41, almost 42%, and our profit factor is continuing to grow. And so at the end of the day, you'll probably need to go in and continue to tweak the settings in here. Now, I can typically spend an entire day tweaking these settings. I'm not going to do that on this video, obviously. This video is getting to be long enough as it is. But you can see use trailing stop loss. I haven't ticked that off. That's an option. I could change my stop loss percentage to, say, 1.5%. instead of 2%, and our profit went down. So maybe I want to change my stop loss to 3%, and that didn't actually change anything other than our profit factor went down. But let's see what happens if we raise take profit to 6%, so we stick with the 2-to-1 risk versus reward ratio. Again, nothing really changed too much except for the profit factor, so stop loss of 2%, and take profit of 4%. All right, so those seem to be working. However, I would fine tune this to say 1.75% on the stop loss, maybe 3.75 or 4.25 on the take profit. Those are all things I would be playing with to try to improve. And so if I continue to scroll down, there are some other conditions like require all three indicators to align. Let's see what happens if we uncheck that. Nothing really changed there. If we want to get rid of, let's say, the ADX. All right, so removing the ADX filter, our profit went up to almost 5.5%. We took more trades, 233. Our profitable trades went up just slightly to 42%, and I think our profit factor might have slightly ticked up or maybe down. And so what that tells me is my ADX settings probably aren't ideal because they're not actually helping this strategy, they're harming this strategy. And then I have some other options. Let's look at show trend on the background. And now you can see some reds and greens, and these are to indicate if it's trending. Here would be, obviously in the red, would be bearish, the green would be bullish. So that's something you could have showing up on the chart if you so desired. And so if we jump over here to properties, you can see that for those of you who are like, what about commissions? The bot did build in a commission rate of 0.1%. So that is being subtracted from our P&L. And so under style, we could also make some changes if we want. You could change the symbol for the signal. So for instance, we could do arrow up, and that would change on the chart to arrow up. And then for short, we could do arrow down, and that would make some changes as far as that goes. The exits are X's. You can see that yellow X over there. So we could change that to a different symbol. We can try flag, and now you see the X has changed to a flag. But overall, it did build a profitable strategy, which obviously needs some tweaking to become more profitable. You certainly want your P&L for the strategy to be greater than a P&L for buy and hold. Otherwise, you could just buy and hold. But with that all being said, Claude did do what we asked it to do, and that was basically create a profitable TradingView strategy. And I gave it 3 different indicators to use. Now we could maybe just ask Claude to build a profitable strategy without any suggestions on indicators and see what it could do. And if that is something you're interested in me trying to do, let me know in the comments down below. But for now, that's enough jaw-jacking. So if you found this information helpful, maybe you could spike that like. You might want to shoot the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Also, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section down below. I try to read all of them and respond to all your comments. And with that all being said, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See ya.